It's day 13. Had a pretty rough day yesterday. Had a fight with some demons. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yes, I was addicted to IV drugs for many years. Heroin, Oxycontin, cocaine, Suboxone. If you could do it, I did it. And people, if you think coming off medication through snorting and taking them, you've got another thing coming. You do not want to experience coming off drugs if you're an IV drug user. I'm not saying that to scare you. If you're an IV drug user, you've been through it, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, don't go through it. Don't start it. Don't try it. It was my downfall, my major downfall. And people were asking about if there are everyday household items that can be abused. Yes, they are. I'm not making this as an educational film on, I'm not trying to teach you how to get high off of different chemicals and stuff in your house. Once you get online, if you're interested, get online, look it up, do a little bit of research on that one, because I don't want to give anybody any ideas on how to get high. It's the last thing I want to do. I've tried inhalants, inhaling spray paint. You imagine what you're doing to your lungs when you inhale spray paint. A couple times, I don't know if I paralyzed my lungs or filled my lungs full of paint, but I thought I was going to absolutely die from smothering, from suffocation, because it was getting to me. Enough's enough. I just hope you can learn before it's too late, because we've lost enough already to the addiction. There's poisons that people are using to they think they're getting high, but what they're doing is they're poisoning their body, and it alters their mental status to the effect that they think they're high. You're not. You poisoned yourself. And the high that you think you get is your body telling you that you're poisoned. It's a reaction that your body has on certain poisons. I've tried huffing gas. I huffed it, and 30-45 minutes later, I come back to myself. Everyone was mad at me around because I acted ignorant, which, that was easy for me to act ignorant when I was high, because it's something that happens. The IV drug usage for me was real bad. I overdosed several times. I stopped breathing. People around me told me that I turned blue, stopped breathing, seized out. Overdosed on cocaine once. I remember I went deaf, then I went blind, then I couldn't breathe, and then I woke up, and that was a bad experience. It scared me to death, that knowing that I just about killed myself. I've tried mushrooms. Mushrooms, it's a fungus, it's a poison. If you eat the wrong ones, if you You can't go out and pick up, any kind of mushroom or toadstool, whatever you want to call it, and eat it because they're poisonous. It's a fungus and it's poisonous to you. And a lot of people have already, killed themselves by eating the wrong mushrooms and stuff like that. And again, this is not an educational film on how to get high. This is a film to show you addiction and what it's done to me, to maybe change your mind about it and maybe get a little bit of help before it's too late. I'm having a really hard time dealing with the damage that I've done with my relationships with my family. It's you know it's the hardest thing for me. Coming clean to my family, to my friends. Telling them why I hurt them, what I done to them, why I done it. What I was going through. But I'm doing it slowly but surely. I don't want to overload them. I don't want to damage the relationship more than what it is. I've done enough damage already. I got online and on YouTube and looked up some videos, kind of like the ones I'm making on, documentaries on addiction, on the long-term effects and things, and it's scary, people. And there's people from all walks of life that suffer from addiction, and there's more than just drug addiction. There's eating disorders. There's self-mutilation. There's so many different diseases that fall into the same category of addiction. It's all damaging to your body. It's, I guess, in a way, it's all self-mutilation. And yes, I went through, cutting my wrist. I cut it several times. I've spent many days in the Hazard Psych Center up there. It's a terrible place to be, but they do what they can to help you. And again, they put you on pills for this, pills for that, and I've not found a pill yet that's a miracle pill. There's no miracle pill out there. The only miracle pill they are is God, and you get you a big dose of Him, and then you're doing good, because that's the only thing that's not damaging to your body. Inhaling, markers, whipped cream in a can. I've tried it. If you do it, your head's gonna bust wide open. It hurts after you get the little bit of you think's a buzz. Your head's gonna hurt. Back to the IV drug use. You're not just hurting your body from the drugs. You're subjecting your body to every disease known to man when you stick a needle in your arm. And if you're doing that, think about that. Think about if you catch a disease, you pass it to your wife, mother, father, son or daughter. Could you live with yourself knowing that you give your family a disease like that? Hepatitis, AIDS, whatever, there's many diseases you can catch and translate. You need to get smart about this. I did, I did have myself tested. I do not have hepatitis. I do not have AIDS. I do not have any kind of disease. And it was only through God's good grace that I do not have a disease. It's sad to think about how many people do have diseases that don't know that don't care. Uh, there's, you know, there is help, and I've accepted that. You know, I've accepted the fact that I have damaged relationships with my family that is beyond repair. I have accepted that fact, and I hope maybe one day that God will lighten their heart on me, that we can, move on. But I know some of them's not going to accept that fact, and I have to be okay with it because I am the one that caused it. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me because of what I've done and what I've become. That's not what I want. I just want people to see what's going to happen to them if they keep using drugs, abusing them, using your family, turning your back on them, taking from them, lying to them, stealing from them. And people, if you have children, if you get public assistance, food stamps, whatever, and you take that and you sell that to go get high, that is borderline child abuse. You're taking from your children so that you can get high. And if you don't think there's something wrong with that, there's something wrong with your head. Been there, done that, not proud of it. Please quit that. If you can't quit drugs, quit, taking from your children. Don't make them go to bed hungry. Don't use your children as an excuse or a way of getting high. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.